Previously on ThePixelPunch. This game has a horrible story, it's buggy, it's unfinished, and the gameplay is just atrocious. Good thing there wasn't a sequel. And now leave it in. Hello everybody, I just played a sequel to the worst game I've ever completed, and you know what's weird? I can't decide if this game was better or not. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still a bad game, but I'm thoroughly confused. Now, you would think that a sequel to this pile of shit would either A, be completely better, or B, lie at the bottom of a Best Buy bargain bin for all eternity. But strangely, this game both improves on Dead Men and fails to provide at the same time. How so? Well, let's find out with Kane Lynch 2 Dog Days. So I'll start off with something I actually like. They really improved on the characterization of Kane and Lynch. In the first installment, these two are the most unlikable assholes in a video game with little differences between each other. But IO surprisingly managed to fix it in Dog Days. Lynch, who you play as this time, is a more sympathetic character, and while he is still involved in crime, you see him from a more personal standpoint, mainly because of his relationship with Sue. Kane is kind of an asshole, but his bitterness is more justified because of the events of the previous game. He's still a fuckface though. One of the things that really helped with this is that the voice acting was tremendously better than the last game.
It's good to see you. Been a while. How you been? Well, here, let me get that.
I'm fine. It's okay. I was supposed to be picked up by,
Glazer. Yeah, we're seeing him tomorrow.
I really commend the actors for that. These are the characters I wanted to see in the first installment, to be honest, and it's sad that it took 2 games to get it right. Also, the cover system was fixed a little bit. Instead of doing this, all you have to do is press A and you lock onto the wall next to you. They also made better use of the X, B, and Y buttons. X allows you to kick down doors and pick up dead enemies, weapons, or ammo. Y allows you to switch your weapons, a great improvement in my opinion. And B allows you to make a human shield. And kill them.
Fatality.
Speaking of weapons, there's a vast array of them this time compared to the first game. In Dead Men, you had a pistol, an SMG, a shotgun, and a sniper rifle. In Dog Days, you not only have some of those kinds, but different variations of them. You can also throw things like fuel cans and fire extinguishers and shoot them to kill your enemies. And that is so much fun. Unless it hits something and you accidentally explode yourself. However, there are still a lot of flaws. For starters, the fucking loading times. Here, I'll time it. Don't worry, it's no big. What the actual fuck? A game from 2010 should not take 15 minutes to load, and it's like this every time it loads. Also, this game has a massive frame rate issue, and nearly everyone experiences it. What the living hell? I guess Square Enix cared more about Final Fantasy fucking 13 than this. The controls, while massively improved, are not always responsive. It's not as bad as the controls in Dead Men, but still, you guys made Hitmen!
What the hell is this shit?
And finally, the one thing that is horrendous about this game, the fucking filters. If you thought the image glitches was just corruption in the video file, I am less than happy to tell you that you're wrong. It is an actual part of the game. It looks ugly in my opinion, and I don't understand why they thought it was a good idea in the first place. I also feel like it's one of the things that causes the frame rate issues. Thankfully, you can turn the effects off, but don't turn off the sharpen. However, it doesn't entirely fix the frame rate because, oh dear. Seriously, this camera shake effect was a horrible move, like,
Do you want to make your players motion sick?
the soundtrack, while a little more memorable, is still pretty forgettable, even though it's by a different composer. With all that bile out of the way, I think it's time to talk about the best thing about Kane Lynch. The story. Now, this was one of the controversial things about Kane Lynch 2. Many felt that the story length was too short, being about 5 hours max. Honestly, if the price had been lowered at launch date, I don't think this would have been a controversy at all. Sure, it's short, going at about 4 to 5 hours long, but it told the story it needed to, and if it had gone on any longer, it would have been shit. So the game begins in medias res with Kane and Lynch getting tortured. Well, that's one way to open a game. In the actual timeline, the game starts out with Lynch and Kane meeting up for the first time since... yeah. And honestly, I really like this intro. But it is flawed. I like the way Kane and Lynch talk like they're old friends, but that's literally the flaw. During the ending to the last game, they came off as hating each other, and now it's bubblegum and unicorns, oh my. Basically, Kane and Lynch are going to help Glazer, Lynch's crime boss, smuggle guns to Africa. Before Lynch is able to drop Kane off at his hotel, he has to threaten an informant named Brady and... Okay, the one thing I'll give Dead Men is it didn't censor shit. The game is rated M. You say fuck, you shoot shit. So why are you censoring? Anyway, we have to chase Brady, and when we corner him... Kane, I swear you are the worst part of this franchise. Brady shoots himself before they can get any information from him, and the two rest before they get info about the deal tomorrow. Things go even more downhill though when Glazer, Kane, and Lynch are attacked while discussing the deal. I honestly don't like this level just because it is a bad and laggy escort quest. But hey, I got to shoot fire extinguishers. Glazer says the attackers are most likely a part of Singh's gang, so later, Kane, Lynch, and some of Glazer's mercenaries go after him. Look guys, it's Dread the video game.
I am the law.
However, when we get to Singh, he informs us the girl Kane shot at the beginning was the daughter of Shang-Chi, a high-ranking Politburo official. So anyone associated with us is open season. Wait, shit. After killing our former associates and escaping from the gang, Lynch tries calling Sue, his girlfriend, but... Kane and Lynch have some peace for once at dinner, and oh fuck! With the Chinese SWAT and policemen coming after us, we race to Sue's apartment where the complex has been taken over by Singh's men. When we finally catch up to Singh and Sue, Kane tries to end it by killing Singh, but Lynch fears that he'll kill her if that happens and fucking knocks him out. Kane and Lynch are then tortured, and Lynch is tossed out, believed to be dead. Oh, those blood effects. Getting back to Kane, it is revealed that Sue has been killed, and our mission now is to go back to Glazer and hope that he hasn't heard about our little... okay, big error.
Things I bother you never bother me. I feel happy and fine, ha-ha! Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time.
Glazer then begs for mercy as we confront him. Dude, you're a horrible person. And you tried to kill us. No. He offers to fly us out of Shanghai and...
What the hell?
Oh my god. Someone in Kane and Lynch got killed that deserved it. Yes! After escaping the shipbuilding complex and fighting past Shang-Chi's men and PLA soldiers and policemen, oh my, we try to catch a train hoping it'll take us away from the area.
Stop!
On the way to Shang-Chi, we hijack the helicopter and...
Is it weird that the choppers are causing less damage than the SWAT members?
Finally, after battling past security and destroying more choppers, we meet Shang-Chi, who offers Kane and Lynch a pardon in exchange for working for him. Of course, Lynch shoots him. With that, it is time to flee the country, and this time we play as Kane. I'm not unhappy. I'm ecstatic. I've always wanted to play as Kane. Again. Are you shitting me? Why can't Lynch have a full game? Kane just needs to be the hero, and the one everyone loves. Fuck off. We try to find Glazer's jet, but it's been partially dismantled. Instead, we take a commercial airliner and head off into the night. Not what I expected. I will agree that this game has a very abrupt and kind of odd ending. You're Kane for one level, you get on a plane, and that's it. Even the first one tried to close it out better. Then again, that ending was shit. And that was Kane and Lynch 2 Dog Days, and after talking about it, I have to say, I honestly think this one is better. I mean, it's still bad with its vilifying of Chinese people, its control system being slightly unresponsive, and the whole film effects and the horrid frame rate and loading times. But I felt the story was loads better than the first one, and they fixed a lot of things from the first game, and it was barely buggy, and I actually liked Lynch this time around. I also felt with this game the reason the story worked a lot more was because, in my opinion at least, they didn't take the story so seriously. It's not funny by like any means, but compared to the first game, then to this one, yeah. So Kane Lynch 2 Dog Days, it gets a 5 out of 10. What I don't get though are some of the reviews. The AV Club said it practically runs on rails. Not really. Last time I checked, this wasn't House of the Dead or Time Crisis. Jim Sterling, oh dear, I'm opening up a can of worms here, said the game was broken, messy, and sloppy. Jim, were we playing the same game? I think you grabbed a copy of the first one by accident. Ben Croshaw of Zero Punctuation said that it was a game that killed its franchise so thoroughly that the only acceptable sequel will be a box containing nothing but an apology letter and some chocolates. Sonic Adventure 2 and Kane Lynch 2 are not even the same kind of game. Look, I have nothing against Jim or Ben or the AV Club, but these reviews seem a bit unfair. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I kind of liked it. Although I did have to take some Dramamine because of the fucking shaky cam. If you guys enjoyed this video, then mash that X button, and up, down, left, right, BA, and have an amazing day. Now, if you'll excuse me, does anyone remember PlayStation Underground?